I want to thank you for turning out today for my webinar on how to sell orders at higher profits. Yes, I've made 60% profit on orders many times in my life during being, well, let's just say during my time in the industry. I'm not afraid to get paid for what I do, and I charge for the excellent service that we give, just like you should with your customers too. These webinars are made possible by these great suppliers on the screen: Logomatics, Trainer, Showdown, Southern Plus, Snugs, Ad Capital, Innovation Line. I buy from all these suppliers: Bensel, Alexa Springs. I've got two free spec sample offers there, one from Pen Machine and the other one from Custom Clips, and Sunjoy. And they make these possible, and these webinars possible. And these are just absolutely great suppliers. Now let's talk about what is going on today in the industry. There was a little bit over $27 billion in ad specialties or promotional products sold in 2025. That's up from about $6 billion from 2016. But what is interesting to me about this curve is 7.1 billion of the 27 billion were from internet sales. That means to me that internet sales are dying out. That doesn't mean that there won't be internet sales, but there was 5.4 billion worth of it sold in 2017 and 7.1 today. That's over 8 years, and that's all the increase. So what the point is here is you need to be dealing on a personal basis. Try and do as much as you can in person with your skills, and don't rely on the internet to try and create that many orders for you. And that's the point that I was trying to make here is sales amounts are up, but I think the online sales have stabilized. There's a great coupon right there on the screen from Bensel. I love Bensel. They have great products. I'm going to show you some self promos they have. But I thought this was interesting information just for us to get started. Now, I make 60% profit on orders by these ways. I do human interaction. I don't try and do this with bots. I don't try and do it in some slick way. I still talk to people. I email them. I text them. I see them. I have unique follow-ups. I am a rush order expert. Just like I told you, we make high profits on every one of our rush orders. I use A-plus related suppliers. To me, an A-plus related supplier is one that has American customer service, not offshore customer service, and I present myself accurately. That means I try and honestly tell people what I can do and what I cannot do. And right there, I'm saying bots have no emotions. They do not. So use human interaction. Bensel on the screen again, Alexa Springs. I always talk about their bottled water in these webinars. There's a coupon for them. And Sunjoy, $50 off an order. Sunjoy is a great electronic supplier. I've used them forever. Now, rush orders offer the highest profits possible. Desperate customers do not worry about prices. And Express Delivery Services has made this opportunity possible for you. We always charge more than the catalog price, and we mark up freight on every one of these rush orders. I am taking a chance by doing these. I am prepaying a lot of these if I don't know a supplier to get them done, and I want these things done correctly. So rush orders is what you need to look at if you really want to make big profits on every order you sell. There's two really neat little flyers on the screen right now from Southern Plus. One for Mardi Gras products. If you haven't thought about selling your customers Mardi Gras products, now is the time. And St. Patrick's Day is coming up to sell green items, and Southern Plus has both of those theme type products. Now, generational speak, let's talk about that. Every generation speaks differently. That means they comprehend differently and they express themselves differently. Baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and here are the four groups that I'm thinking, and here's what I have to think about it.
That means you've got to be able to communicate with all four buying groups, which are shown on the screen right now. Baby boomers like to communicate differently than Gen X. Gen X likes to communicate differently than millennials. Every group has a preference, whether they want to text, email, talk on the phone. Some don't even want to communicate at all. If you're going to be aggressive and sell 500 orders a year, you've got to be able to perfect generational speak and how you communicate with potential prospects.
Talking about selling 500 orders a year as a milestone to get you to where you want to be in this industry. And there's a great little flyer right there for Alexa Springs Water that shows they have 7 shipping locations in America. Now let's talk about social media. Social media presence is oh so important in this industry. Social media to me builds personal relationships. Personal relationships make me high profits. Now, I always pitch Greg Blumstein at Promo Social Post as the person who helps me with my social media. He does this for a fee. But before I even tell you what he does, I want you to make sure he's real. Here is one of the distributors he helps with social media, and I don't know if there's a better recommendation than this.
Dawn with Impact Branding here in Oklahoma City, talking to you today about Promo Social Post. They're absolutely fantastic. Greg and his team do a wonderful job with our social media posts. They are experienced in the promotional products industry. They are on time and they are so reasonably priced. It's insanity, I tell you. And they have freed us up to do sales and operations and things that we need to get done, but maybe we don't want to do because we hate them, but that's beside the point. Again, Promo Social Post. If you are not utilizing their services, I'm telling you, you're missing the boat. You need to get on it, and you need to get on it now.
I think that's so cute the way she says that. She just tells you like it is. It lets her do other things. Now, here's a little pitch I've got on Greg. He will create for you 3 times a month newsletters which have your logo on them. They're different products, and then he includes your logo on those product flyers. And he sends these to your social media contacts. He's not trying to steal your customers, so don't come up with that. That's just not right. What he does is does this service for you so you can focus on selling and let him do your social media work. He's got a deal right now at $60 a month. I think he's got a deal for 3 free months on this. I don't know. But it's Greg at promosocialpost.com. I'll show you this slide to you again in a little while. If you're not doing this with Greg, you're missing the boat because he will keep you on track with the way to contact your customers on LinkedIn, Facebook, and anything that you use. Now, a lot of distributors will send out sales flyers to customers like the blankets right there. This is back in stock with Southern Plus, but they do not include a product video with it. If you're going to do this right, send flyers, sales flyers to your customers and include a product video just like that. There are about 80 or 90 of those on the Southern Plus website, and for all their products, chairs, bags, etc. So you can go get flyers off of Southern Plus's website, put your logo on them, and then you can copy the URL for these different selling videos and send them to your customers. I've had great luck with this. Order entry at southernplus.com if you want to know more about how to do this, or if you want some links for those little YouTube videos. A trainer I have helped, second supplier I sold an order for so many years ago was Trainer, and I love Trainer for hospitality products. They have a sample of the month club. This does not cost you anything. So if you don't do that, there's got to be something wrong with you. It costs you nothing. And what you can do is sign up. If you'll email Chantel T at trainergraphics.com, she will send you that form, which comes up on the screen. They're the one there on the right where you fill out that information. And what they will do is send a physical or virtual sample of one of their products to your customer or to you every month that you can then provide to your customer. This costs you absolutely nothing, and all it does is keep you with fresh ideas in your mind. Chantel T at trainergraphics.com if you want fresh product ideas every month. I sell Apple products and show them to my customers as frequently as I can. I do this because it makes me think that I am showing them that I know what I am doing. And I try and keep up with this as well as I can, but technology changes every day, and I use SunJoy to keep me up on what Apple products I need to be selling to my customers. SunJoy offers trackers, they offer earbuds, they can even do Apple TVs. They have a full range of Apple products. If you don't know about that, you can email Bella at sunjoy.us, and she will tell you how they can help you sell products, Apple products to your customers. And there's a great $50 off an order coupon right there on the screen. And there's Bella's email again. And we're moving on to bottled water. Now, I'm going to talk about bottled water a little bit in this show, because bottled water is a misconstrued product completely. Some water doesn't taste very good. Some water tastes very good. But a lot of water companies, their water is mundane. So what they do is they call it all these different names. Look at that. There's about 24 different. Evian, Mountain Valley Water, Hilden, Voss. Now, Voss water is not that good. I've had Voss water. What you're paying with Voss is a big old heavy chunky bottle of glass, and once you drink that water, I'm not going to haul that glass bottle around. The daggum thing is so heavy. So don't sell water based on gimmicks. Sell water on the way it tastes. Spring water from Mount Ida, Arkansas tastes better than Voss or any of these waters that claim they're specialty waters. So there's a nice coupon on the screen right there from Alexa Springs, and they will do you right when it comes to selling water. Now, big profit distributors attend shows. A lot of these smaller distributors think they can do this all on the internet. You cannot do this business solely on the internet. You've got to have human interaction by meeting suppliers at shows. I went to the PPAI Las Vegas show in Las Vegas. Bensel was there, and I learned about these 4 product self-promo items that Bensel has. For gum, their Gator clips, which hold up things on your refrigerator. Those cool pens they have in shapes, and their special promo pricing on smash lights. See Madlock at Bensel.com. If you want to email Carla, she will send you these flyers and tell you how to take advantage of their self-promotion orders. You need to be going to shows to meet suppliers in person and find these types of opportunities. This is the way you expand your business with quality items with your logo on it. Now, pallet, here's another little pitch on water. What is a pallet order? I sold water for about 5 years. I didn't even know what a pallet was. It's about 2007, 2020 bottles. There's 24 bottles per case. That's what a pallet looks like, ready to be shipped from Mount Ida, Arkansas. That is exactly what a customer will get. And you can get spring water samples from Brian at alexasprings.com. But the cool thing about I'm showing you on the left is their flyer. They have 7 shipping locations, so you can get bottled water from Alexa Springs delivered to you anywhere in the country without exorbitant freight costs. That's another thing to worry about when selling water. Now, I know you get these gimmick ads all the time. Here are 8 of the most ridiculous things I have ever seen in my life. $97 right there. Send 1,000 personal videos and emails per day. That's $97 a day times 30. That's $2,800. Who are they sending those to? Are those even people you want to sell? Cold caller. Who makes cold calls? I don't make cold calls. We don't go and find people until we know who they are. You get clients fast from LinkedIn, AI lead generation. That's not going to work. You're going to pay about $1,000, $1,500 a month for that. Greg at Self Promo Pros will charge you $60 or $70 and do a far superior job. Don't spend money on these gimmicks. It doesn't work. And even if you did get some business, They're going to be people that are cheap and don't want to pay full price. They're not going to let you make 60% off of them. Be professional. When I said let distributors know what you do best, create favicons to prove that you are unique. I wear colorful shoes you're seeing on the screen right now. I wear them at shows. I wear them on my sales appointment. I have many images of my shoes, which I've branded in favicons. And what I do with those is I have gotten to where I can send my favicons to customers or sign my emails just by putting a pair of my shoes. And they know it is Don Sanders just by sending them the shoes. That is what branding is. Create favicons. I guarantee you'll be in the minority by doing it, and it will make you unique. Free spec sample coupon right there on the order on the screen from Pen Machine. They will make you an actual lapel pin with a customer logo, not charge you a thing. And we close up about 65 to 70% of spec sample orders after the customer sees the product with their logo on it. Showdown is a great supplier. I am showing you them right now because you should be sending virtual showrooms to your customers this year. Virtual showrooms show your customers different products that Showdown would have, but then it would introduce them to some other products that I guarantee you didn't even know Showdown had. This is a great way to introduce your customers to other markets, and Showdown also has the best tailgating products in the industry. They have tents, they have chairs, they have coolers, they have umbrellas. Tailgating is a huge thing. Baseball is going to be coming up here in the spring. A lot of tailgating for that, and then we go into football again, et cetera, et cetera. Showdown is the best in the world for these products. Now, we provide case studies to our customers to prove that we're good at what we do and can legitimize the pricing that we charge. Ad Capital is a great supplier with different case studies already prepared for you. Up there at the top left is a case study about how prayer cloths were used by church to increase church attendance. To the right is a Vote Today flag thing that Ad Capital did for a realtor that put flags out in yards of houses in their neighborhood to get people to call this realtor to list with her. And shoe covers, I guarantee you, I bet you've never sold shoe covers. Great item to sell to realtors because shoe covers that need to be put on before you walk in open houses. These are three great case studies. Sales team at adcapital.com. If you would like to have these graphics, they would be happy to email them to you. Now, I thank customers personally after every order I give them. I'm not talking about every 10 orders. I'm talking about every order. And we now do them in video links. I give money to TCU because I went there. I belong to the Frog Club. This is the cutest, the most darling little thank you I've ever seen from a TCU TCU person.
Hi, Don and Susan. I wanted to personally thank you for your incredible generosity over the years. As I walk around campus, I am reminded of the impact that our donors have on students as they begin and continue their lifelong journeys. And I welcome an opportunity to share a little bit more about how your support is making an impact on campus. You can click on the link below to schedule time on my calendar, or feel free to reply to this email with your availability. In the meantime, again, thank you so much, and please know how much we value you as members of the Horned Frog family. Goodbye.
She makes it look like I give them $10,000 a month. I don't give them that kind of money. I give them a little bit, but that makes me feel important to get that. The same way your customers will if you thank them by video email every time you get an order. And on the screen right there is Southern Plus. I talked to you about Southern Plus a while ago. There's 5% off an order and cloth promotions. The greatest self-promotion I've ever used has come from cloth promotions, and I'm going to talk to you about that in just a tiny bit. Now, I make higher profits, or we do, by using suppliers with American-made customer service. I don't want any of these hedge fund suppliers that have offshore customer service that you go to 8 different people. I want one person to handle my orders, and I want that person to be able to communicate with me. Here are 5 suppliers on the screen right now. Trainer is the left, is in Indiana. Showdown is in Minnesota. Ad Capital in North Carolina. Southern Plus is in Georgia. and Alexa Springs is here in Dallas, Texas. They have human beings you talk to, that one person handles your order, and you don't get that gibberish from these hedge fund, big hedge fund suppliers who don't hire qualified customer service people. Now, you need to be selling two hot products I'm showing you right now. Over here on the right is a see-through clear tote. You can get samples for it. And this fan I'm going to show you from Chris at innovation-line.com. Clear bags are going to be required in all sporting events or any indoor activity that you go to, or outdoor activities, and Innovation Line has those. If you're not selling these right now to every sporting event or sports marketing person, you're missing the boat. The clear bags are there on the right. On the left is this cute little portable cooling power fan. This will be a great thing for the spring and for the summer. And here's a little show on it. Charges up real easy, high quality fan. Email Chris at innovation-line.com if you'd like to have samples of either one of those great Innovation Line products. Now, I love the Wounded Warrior program. I did not serve in the military because I went to college and I just didn't get drafted. That's just the story for me. But I tell you what, I feel guilty about it to this day, because people that went through Vietnam, Iraq, or Afghanistan, they have had a horrible time, and they have with PTSD. Snugs works with the Wounded Warrior program. They have a whole line of base camp products that are designed for high quality outdoor activities. Snugs gives $150,000 a year, I think, to Wounded Warrior. I give money to them every month. And I want you to watch this little video. It shows you exactly how this guy got to be a Wounded Warrior.
I'll never forget the day that my life changed forever. Boom. And I woke up the next morning on Ward 57. So in walks two of the founders of Wounded Warrior Project with a backpack. And on the backpack was a logo of one warrior carrying another. And that was the first time that I'd ever even considered the possibility of not being stuck in that hospital bed forever. I know that the work that Wounded Warrior Project does wouldn't be possible without support from the amazing companies like the folks that make Basecamp.
Customer care at snugzusa.com. If you want to know about Basecamp products, or you want some links to videos like that to send to your customers. If you're not selling cause marketing, then you're missing high profit potential. Snugs has got this Wounded Warrior program down, and I believe in that. I really do. I give them money every month because I admire people that have lived through these crazy times. Now, never miss due dates by selling guaranteed shipment products. I don't know how customers get on these websites or these promo chat lines and they just gripe about how a supplier let them down, the supplier, they can't get a hold of them, blah, blah, blah. Well, don't use offbeat suppliers you just dig up on these search engines. Here are 3 of suppliers that will deliver from guaranteed shipment sites. Snugz has one with about 400 products. Innovation Line has a turbo service that has about 300 products, and Sunjoy has all kinds of last-minute electronic items that will deliver in 3 to 5 days. So sell products from suppliers like this. Don't get on one of these search things and look up somebody that claims they have 2-day service. You don't know them. Deal only with suppliers that you have a history with, that can deliver. Now, a problem that a lot of distributors have is they use AI too much, and that's all they use, and you can tell that's all they use because their stuff is just like everybody else. So what I do when I use have something written with AI,
I will turn around and filter it through Grammarly, which is a program that shows you how to use proper grammar. Do we use he or do we use him, et cetera, et cetera. I was bad about my grammar until my ex-wife, when I got married, it was back in 1990, she was a grammarian. She was an English major at SMU. Every other word she'd say, Don, that's not proper grammar, but she helped me be more literate, which I tell you has helped me immensely in my career. Use Grammarly to clean up this over content created stuff by AI. And right now, we talked about spec samples. Custom Clips is a great supplier that makes clips, chip clips, any kind of clip where you need to shut a bag. They will do a sample for you with your customer's logo for free. All you've got to do is email draditz@customclips.biz. Send him an email with 2 or 3 logos and say, Sanders told me you do free samples for me. Get them to me now, and I guarantee you he will. This is another deal. Cost you nothing. You don't do it. I don't know why you would not. Great idea to get some business from customers. QR codes are something that you need to be experienced at. I know QR codes came out a long time ago, not a long time ago, but let's say 5 or 6 years ago. They didn't take off much, but now they have. These are flyers that Snugs provides that are QR code linked. There's QR codes in all 3 of these flyers. You can click on that or you scan the QR code and it will take you directly to those product specifics, pricing, etc. Customer care at snugsyusa.com if you'd like to have QR code relator flyers sent to you. Learn how to use QR codes by linking them to back-end information and you will make higher profits. Now let's talk about Sunjoy for the last time. I've worked with Sunjoy forever. Sunjoy has earbuds. They have power banks at 5% off right now. That great little charger up there that is flashing on and off is such a good wireless charger. You can get samples and product ideas from Bella at sunjoy.us. Remember, she's the one who's going to teach you about how to sell Apple products from Sunjoy. And there's Sunjoy's $50 off a $500 order coupon on the screen, or was on the screen and now gone. Best self promo that I have ever used are my lens cleaning cloths from Cloth Promotions. I've had many different variations of these. 2 in the middle are ones I use that I send for holiday greetings during Christmas and the holiday season or around Hanukkah. I have sent these for years. I send them in October, and then I get orders from customers that go, oh, Don, can you get those for me too? But on my self promo piece, there is what my card looks like, folded up, Don Sanders Marketing, with my shoes, and then unfolded and laying flat. Anytime I see a prospect, I'm out and about, I'll say, hey, let me have your glasses or your cell phone. I'll rip out one of these cloths, clean their cell phone, clean their glasses, fold it back up. I'll put it in there, and then I'll say, hey, why don't we do 250 of these with your logo on it? I bet I've sold 50 orders like that by just being aggressive. There's a self-promo pricing for Cloth Promotions. I cannot tell you how much business I've got from these lens cleaning cloths. Now, vehicle dealers, car washes, auto repair, and detail shops. These are excellent prospects for bottled water. Every time you take a car in or to a car wash, you sell water to a car wash, they leave the bottled water in the cup holder when, or they hand it to you. They hand you a cup of it when you pay, and you can put it in the cup holder yourself. Or if you go have a mechanic work on your car at a car dealer, up there at the top left, the bottled water is in the car when you leave. And a great thing to do for a business card is to use bottled water as a business card. Lynch Toyota there is using their business cards are bottled water. And auto-related markets average 2 pallets a month, 4,000 bottles a month. That's a lot. Skip a column pricing right there on the screen from Alexis Springs, and you can get those samples from Brian at alexissprings.com. There's a skip a column pricing that's big enough as you can see. There's the phone number, the website, and there's how I use my shoes as a favicon. Spec samples create high profit orders. I guarantee you we sell 65 to 70% of these as eventual orders. If you'd like to have a spec sample of a lapel pin, Michael at penmachine.com. All you got to do is send him an email and say, Sanders told me you'd do a pin from me, and he will do it. And if you'd like to have a full line sample kit from Pen Machine, it's Michael at penmachine.com. Send you about 20 different lapel pins and explain to you the different ways that lapel pins are made. Laser engraved, color filled, etc. Here's that free spec sample offer with their phone number, and Michael at penmachine.com. Here's my spec sample offer again for custom clips. This is such a cool thing. I bet I've done these samples for hundreds of distributors, and I guarantee you, I bet 70 of the 100 ended up selling orders to that. This is a high turnover ratio product of doing a spec sample and then getting an order. Now here's back with Greg. Greg at promosocialpost.com. He's got a deal where he'll do 3 months for you, I think for free. I'm not for sure. It changes, but I bet you could get that out of him. There's 2 of the flyers that I showed you before, which he can customize those with your logo. And then after you provide him your Facebook and LinkedIn account list, he will send them to you on your behalf. No one knows that came from Greg, only you do. Greg at promosocialpost.com. You have a problem with him, you call me. I work with him all the time. You won't be calling you because he's the most honest, good person I've ever known, and he will not do anything right. We make full markup by trading out with customers. If you're giving people money, why are they not giving you money back? I have a trade out in my neighborhood with a pizza restaurant, with my accountant, with the plumber we use, the dentist I go to, and 2 neighborhood bars I go to. If you want to do it with your vet, you can do a trade out with your vet. I had 2 older dogs when I lived in Grapevine, and they both went to Northwest Animal Hospital, and we did a trade out with them, our services for their services on our dogs. Well, after Gracie died, Betty and Gracie died within a year, but after Betty died, or Gracie died, I didn't have anything to trade out. So they called me and said, Don, I want to order some stuff. And I said, well, I don't have anything to trade because my dog's dead. And they said, Don, it doesn't matter. Just charge us what you got to. You've done us a good job. I turned a trade out customer into full paying. And I did that by selling them logo mats, M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com for a sample kit. And there's 5% off the next order with them at the bottom left hand of the screen. Now, Apple CarPlay screens get dirtier than anything I have ever seen in my life. I bought a little Buick GTX with an Apple CarPlay in it last year, and I drove around about a week, and I drove the thing in the garage, and you see all those smudges on that screen? That's what it looked like. I thought, oh my goodness, this is so nasty. So I got one of these Star Chamois from Ad Capital, these cleaning cloths that they make. That will clean that screen up and make it absolutely beautiful. Go sell these cloths to vehicle dealers to clean these Apple CarPlay screens. You can sell these to RV dealers, travel trailer dealers, anybody that's got Apple CarPlay. Sales team at adcapital.com. If you want that flyer to the left, or if you want as many samples of those as you want, that is a unique product that I guarantee you none of your competitors is out selling right now. We keep our master account list current by using Seamless AI. You're going to make high profits by not wasting time. Seamless AI is AI at its finest because it is live contact information that is provided constantly. So you can look up customers, their email is there, a phone, everything you need to know is shown there. Use Seamless AI to keep your customer list current and stop fooling around with the customers that you don't have current addresses on. Thermos is a great product from Snurrugs. If you're not using it, don't wait around on Stanley or on these other hard to get products. You just seem you can't get them around. They're not available. Thermos is available from Snugs. It's available tomorrow, and the quality on it is as good as Yeti or Stanley. Customer care at snugsyusa.com if you want to know about these Thermos products. And remember, use Seamless AI for contact information. Alexa Springs, I cannot believe I got another Alexa Springs slide in here. Pickleball is a great thing. It is a wild thing. It is spread like crazy all over the country. Alexa Springs makes pickle water. Now, it doesn't have pickles in it. They just call it pickle water on that on the label they would print, and you would have your customer's logo where Alexa Springs is, pickle water, stay cool as a cucumber, and you're branding this water to be sold to pickleball courts, pickleball clubs, etc. Gives you a little bit of edge because you're selling a product for a specific market. And remember, Alexa Springs features 7 shipping locations, and spring water is a perfect self-promo. There's a bottle right there on the right. I've bought several self-promo items of spring water and given them to my customers every time I go call on them. We're almost finished the webinar, so hang with me, and this is an important one. This is data-related stuff from Cloth Promotion. These are called Oodle Bands, which you use them. You scan the reader in the product, and it will take you to a site where you find out information. Yeah, email Scott at clothpromotions.com. These products are a little bit over my head, to be honest with you, but if you can email Scott, he will send you samples of these, how to sell them, who to sell them to, and you can understand it completely, because I'm not going to tell you about this on something I don't know. I have shown these to several customers, and then I have let Cloth Promotions tell me what to tell them. These are really cool, and they are happy to send you samples, or Scott at clothpromotions.com is. That's a great supplier, and they're cutting edge when it comes to technology. Here's Greg. I'm not going to tell you what he does. Greg at promosocialpost.com. Get the 3 months of the free service he offers. Cost you nothing. I'm not going to talk about Greg again. Now, the webinar is over. I want to thank you for tuning in today. If you'd like to have the Apple CarPlay screen cleaners or the Apple CarPlay screen cleaner, a sales team at adcapital.com. There are case studies, same address. There's pin machine sample kit, Apple products from Sunjoy. Showdown Displays has 2026 catalogs. You need to order those today because they will run out. Logo Mat sample kit, Trainer Sample of the Month Club, Chantel T. Southern Plus has catalogs too, hard copies. There's Wounded Warrior samples information, Snugs flyers with QR code. I know you know Brian at AlexaSprings.com's water address. There it is. Cloth Promotions Oodle Band samples from Scott, 3 months of social media from Greg. The clear bag samples from Innovation Line and the fans, Chris at innovation-line.com. Bensel, those great Bensel self-promo items. Plus, Carla has several sample kits she will send you. USA made sample kit from Trainer, Cloth Promotions business card samples that I showed you, Scott at clothpromotions.com, and D Raditz at customclips.biz. Right there on the bottom is that free spec sample offer, which you should do that. It costs you nothing, and it will get you orders. And if you will email me after the webinar is over, I will send you $500 worth of supplier coupons that I have. I'm not making it up. I've got them. I will send them to you. So if you just email me, Don at sellpromoproducts.com, tell me you want the coupons and the replay of the webinar, I will be happy to get them right out to you. I really appreciate you listening to me today. Next month, we'll have another webinar. If I can help you, you've got my email address. And remember, free spec sample from Custom Clips. If you don't do that, you're missing the boat. And I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope your team that you're for in the Super Bowl wins. Mine, the Dallas Cowboys, will never win the Super Bowl again. And that's as honest as I can be. Thank you so much for your time. I'll leave this up on the screen for a few minutes so you can copy these email addresses down to contact these suppliers. Thanks.